Hallelujah. Listen to me, we're rounding up. There are very anointed people who don't know how to speak before great men. Because to them, every gathering of people is a church service. And then God sends you now to your destiny helper and you don't know how to speak. And they throw you away back to the prison. Although you can interpret dreams, you didn't understand the protocol of seeing Pharaoh because you ignored the person who can teach you how to communicate. So you find out that the ministries never cross Nigeria because no other region can accept you. You have not been trained to understand global leadership, and you don't know how to synergize spirituality with people's culture. You travel to another person's culture, they jail you as a man of God because you do not understand the terms. There are other ministries that the revelation God is giving them should go to the whole earth, but your resentment for wealth has kept you poor, and so nobody can hear your voice. No tapes, no books, no nothing, because prosperity that will give it wings is not there. I can look at a congregation and tell in a split second the dimension they are ignoring, because I see prayer warriors who the oldest person there may be 60 years, no car, no house, no school fees. The moment they are driving children from school fees, is all the prayer warriors' children that return back home because they have ignored it. Now, let me tell you something about imbalance. Your imbalance makes you misrepresent God to your territory, because they are depending, unbelievers are depending on the idea you give them about God. Make sure you give them a balanced perception. Don't present to them a God who empowers people and removes prosperity. Don't present to them a God who all that he does is to give them money and their spiritual lives. They are not saved, they are not born again, they are going to hell, but they have money. That's a misrepresentation. Don't present to them a man of God that is anointed, and there's no room to teach the word. So you have a congregation of members that never grow. You have occultists in churches and they never grow. They don't understand the principles. They destroy their homes. Half of a church is divorced with people because the teaching ministry, there is no teaching priest. There is power, but there is no wisdom to share the ministry that keeps homes together. Are we together? Or you can have a crowd of people who never pray. The prayer warrior in that whole church prays only for 1 hour because that dimension has been ignored. We're going to pray one last prayer. Balance my life. Balance my life. Lift your voice and cry. Balance my life. Lord, I receive leadership. Lord, I receive prayer. Lord, I receive wisdom through the word. Lord, I receive favor. Lord, I receive excellence. Lord, I receive the warfare dimension. I receive the prophetic. I receive the deliverance dimension of the word. Every provision that the grace of God affords, even if it is not working in my life, I am open-minded towards the body. No criticism and no resentment. I repent from criticizing any and every man of God, regardless of the limitations. I open myself to the multifaceted dimensions of God resident within his ecclesia. I receive the dimension that brings speed. I receive the dimension that brings establishment. I receive the dimension that brings glory. I receive the dimension that brings increase. I receive. Shakatoko topakatata. Are you praying? Shekatos kadabara.